Hello again YouTube, this is Wheels on Wheels, and today I have a very exciting video because today we're going to be fitting my new KSB splitter kit for my Mark III Focus ST Estate. So let's jump right in, have a look what's in the box. Right, let's have a look inside the box. So we've got the rear spats, so they go either side of the rear bumper in two pieces, and they come with self-tapping screws and washers. Next we have the front splitter, looks really good and comes with bolts and nuts and washers. And here we have the side skirts. These look really good. Can't see any fixings at the moment, probably somewhere inside the plastic bag. So let's take the front splitter out of the plastic wrap and have a look at it. Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's just a sort of standard gloss black plastic, and it looks really, really good actually. Yeah, can't complain at all. You've got a nice 3D gel KSB badge there on the corner, and the sort of outer bits that you would see are all really shiny and smooth looking. Looks absolutely brilliant. So we're going to start off by fitting this, and I'm going to try doing it a different way. So this comes with bolts and nuts. I'm going to try using these rivets instead. This way I can just drill a hole with the bumper still attached and use these rivets to attach it. It'll be a nice clean fix to the front bumper. Let's see how that goes. Right, let's get started. Okay, so what I've done to prepare to fit the front splitter is I've stuck some double-sided tape in between each of the fixing holes on the front splitter. So you can see here where I've put the double-sided tape. This is just to hold it in place so I can sort of eye it up, make sure it's in the right position, and then drill the holes. Because I want to make sure that it looks right first before I start drilling any holes. And what I've also done is I've popped some carpet underneath the front bumper, so in case it falls off or I drop it or whatever, it doesn't get damaged. So that's probably quite an important thing to do. So I'm just going to test fit it now and hopefully get it lined up perfectly. Quick sit rep. I've jacked up the car and put it on an axle stand, just so that I can get a bit better access and just see what's happening, because it wasn't really lining up perfectly to begin with. I believe the reason for that is we've got these pins that attach the front bumper to some of the plastic under tray, like this bit here. So there's one there, and there's two in the same place on the other side. And it looks like you have to remove those in order to fit this. So what you do, well, you can just use a flathead, but this is a proper clip removal tool. Take the pin out of the middle, like that. There we are. That's the pin, and then just pull the actual clip out. And that's it. So I'm going to try again now with those pins removed.
A few minutes later.
Okay, update. So I've decided to use a nut and bolt in this hole here where the clip was originally. So I haven't drilled any holes in the bumper yet. However, I have drilled a 6mm hole in the actual splitter. So at the moment I've just shoved that bolt through, but it's not actually threaded into anything. So I need to be able to actually put this nut on top of it. But to do that, I need to get access to it. So to do that, I'm gonna remove 8 T30 screws so that I can remove the arch lining to gain access. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. That's not to fully remove the arch lining, that's just to move it slightly out of the way so that I can just sneak in there and put the nut and the washer on top. So I'm just going to do that now. Hey, if you're enjoying the Focus ST content, please subscribe to the channel. It's totally free and it really helps me out. Look at that. Is that even a T30 anymore? I'm amazed I managed to remove that. There we go. So as you can see, it's just removed from the side of the bumper, just enough to give us access in here, and in there you will see the top of that screw poking through. So because of the way I'm doing this with the bolt in the original kind of existing hole, this washer is slightly too big. So I've just found another washer that's a bit smaller in the overall diameter, because I don't know if you can see, but there's sort of like a curvature to this under tray and it doesn't allow you to use this big washer. So I'm just going to use this other washer that I found. That's something to take into account if you're doing this yourself. You may need to get a smaller washer, or don't use a washer, but I recommend using it to give it some extra strength because these are really quite small nuts. So yeah, I definitely recommend using a washer. Okay, so I put nuts and bolts on both sides and I've put a few rivets in as well. I'm going to show you how I've been doing the rivets now. But yeah, it is looking pretty good. It's a lot more aggressive than I thought. It sticks out quite a lot at the front, but I like that. That looks good. I'm just going to show you how I've been doing the rivets. So it's quite simple really. If you know how rivets work, you'll get the concept. Essentially all along the splitter are small holes. They're like pilot holes that have already been drilled for you. And all I'm doing is just using a jack to make sure it's pushed right up into position. And I'll just get a drill through the splitter and the bumper. Now you have to be really, really careful that you don't drill too far because you can drill all the way through into this side of the bumper. Ask me how I know. I was even aware of it, but what it was is I changed to a new drill bit and it was just a lot sharper than the last one and it just went so fast. Yeah, anyway, I'm dumb. But this is what I've been doing. Grab your drill and just gently drill into the bumper. There we go. Being careful not to drill too far. Pop in your rivet like that. Grab your rivet gun. Making sure to put upwards pressure on the gun as you're squeezing it. And boom. There you are. One very clean and tidy rivet. And you'll see that is now fixed in position. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that all along on all of the little holes that are pre-drilled. And then this splitter is done. So it's the next day. It's quite dark, it's quite late in the day, but the front splitter is now fully fitted and here it is. Look at that. Wow, doesn't that look incredible? It's properly aggressive, sticks out quite a lot, but that really suits the car in my opinion. So got a nice logo down there. Come around. It's really super glossy. Very, very nice indeed. So just a quick update on how I actually managed to fit it. So I ended up using 4 of the nuts and bolts and the rest were all rivets. And I'll explain why now. So as I showed you, the ones on the edges, they are nuts and bolts. But I was going to do the rest of them as rivets. But what I found was that you could actually see the rivet through this one. What I've done is I've put a nut and a bolt in that one. And what I had to do was just sneak my hand around. And what I had to do that was just push this up and sort of sneak my fingers in and just push in the washer and the nut. It was a little bit fiddly, but got it done in the end. I probably should have just took the under tray off, to be honest. But this is how I've done it. So that's bolted up nice and tight and you can't actually see any of the fixings now at all. But the rest of it, these ones and the 2 here are rivets. So what do you guys think to that? Right, time to crack on with the side skirts and the rear spats. Okay, so it's time to fit the side skirts. So here it is, all laid out. I've jacked the side of the car up and I've put it on axle stands. And to prepare, I've also cleaned the underside of the existing side skirt, ready to fit it. So I'm not going to bother with any of the double-sided tape again because it didn't work for the front splitter, so it probably wouldn't work for this. So I'm just going to go for it. I'm just going to eyeball it and fingers crossed it all works out. So yeah, here goes nothing. So just to explain, from the kit, I'm using these self-drilling screws that come with these washers here. So this is how I'm attaching it. So I've not fully screwed it in, I've only used 3 screws so far, but the fitment is looking pretty good. Sticks out just about enough, I think. Looks pretty good. And yeah, as I say, I've just used 1 screw at the front, 1 in the middle, and 1 towards the back, but not fully at the back, just to make sure that I've done it right. and I think that looks good. So I'm going to go ahead and put all the rest of the screws in now. Okay, that's the side skirt all fitted, and doesn't it look great? Looks absolutely fantastic. This was a much simpler install than the front splitter. It literally is just a case of putting the 8 screws in with the washers and sort of just eyeing it up, make sure it's in the right place as you do it. Yeah, got lucky first time round by the looks of it. Looks pretty good. So it's time to fit the other side skirt, and then it's on to the rear spats. Make sure to stick around till the end to see the final product. You don't want to miss this. If you're enjoying the content, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out and I really appreciate it. Cheers guys. So as you would have just seen in that time lapse, I have now put on the other side skirt and it is looking fantastic, as you can see. So it's time to get on with the rear spats. So let's get started now. So the rear spats look pretty simple, to be honest. You use the same provided self-tapping and drilling screws. I didn't mention that before. They're self-drilling, so you don't need to drill a pilot hole. They've got a bit on the end to help drill the hole. And yeah, because this is quite small, this looks like it'll be relatively easy. Just hold it in place like that, pop a few screws in. So let's do that. So there you are. That was definitely the easiest bit of the kit and it looks fantastic, as does the rest. I'm not quite sure about this bit here because there's a bit of a gap, annoyingly. So I might actually use a nut and a bolt there to sort of pinch that up, because the screw is just rounding now because it's quite tight already. So other than that though, looks fantastic. That's before, that's after.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
And there you have it, both rear spats are now on. They look awesome. So just a quick note about the installation. I ended up using, instead of this longer screw that it comes with, this longer self-drilling screw, I ended up finding some of these pan-headed smaller screws that are a lot shorter. And the reason for that is this long screw poked through in here. I don't know if you can see that, which looked terrible, and also it's quite sharp, so for when you're cleaning in there you don't want to scratch your hands. So what I did is I've used this smaller screw here, and then I've used a file to just file the end of it off so it's not too sharp, and then yeah, it's not sharp at all in there now, so that's good. And I've also used the same small type of screw here as well, just so it doesn't poke through too much on that. But yeah, that is looking fantastic if I do say so myself. So let's take it out and have a look at the finished product.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits, I'm losing shit. A stupid myth, you choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Everybody in the world.
So here it is, the finished product. So my overall review of the KSB kit is very, very good. It is an excellent kit for the price. There are a few fitment issues here and there, and you kind of got to work out yourself because there's no instructions, but generally it fits pretty well. And the only other thing I would say is there's some hardware that I would include in the kit, like the shorter screws for, down here, so you don't have a long screw coming up into the wheel arch. So if you're going to do this job yourself, I recommend getting some of the short panhead screws. I'll leave a link down in the description for that. But yeah, that's the end of the video, guys. So if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to the channel. And if you've got any comments, leave them in the comment section down below. For now, guys, until the next one, catch you later.